And here's the reason why Elon Musk and others have been taking a look. Because if you look at the waste and abuse that has run through USAID over the past several years, these are some of the insane priorities that organization has been spending money on. $1.5 million to advance DEI in Serbia's workplaces, $70,000 for a production of a DEI musical in Ireland, $47,000 for a transgender opera in Colombia, $32,000 for a transgender comic book in Peru. I don't know about you, but as an American taxpayer, I don't want my dollars going towards this crap, and I know the American people don't either, and that's exactly what Elon Musk has been tasked by President Trump to do, to get the fraud, waste, and abuse out of our federal government. Thank you, guys.
Beautiful. This is exactly what's happening right now. USAID getting dismantled by Musk and Trump, and this is making all of the Democrat lawmakers go wild and mad. Look at them protesting in Washington, D.C. right now. They say USAID must be saved. They say USAID save lives.
After the fact. Let me say that again. Prisoner guards overseeing thousands of ISIS combatants.
They are mad about USAID getting dismantled. They are mad about the waste and the fraud and the abuse getting out of the government. It is sad. Just look at them basically trying to reach the USAID office right now. And they are getting blocked. They are getting denied access. They are not being able to get in right now. The police is stopping them because USAID is getting completely dismantled today.
Nice to meet you. Okay, so you are aware this agency is very busy currently, and they are not able to take a meeting currently. They advise that they will be in contact shortly, and that best to contact the Department of State at this time if you need any further comments.
Who is they?
The front office of the administrator.
So could I just ask, are you with AID?
I am.
Thank you for your service.
Well, thank you for what you do.
They don't have the right to be disciplining people for political reasons, and they don't have a right to usurp Congress's rightful role to appropriate money. We've appropriated money for USAID to render service around the world in fighting disease and fighting corruption, in defending democracy. We know Elon Musk is not interested in that. Donald Trump is not interested in that. But that's what the American Congress has done, and we're going to stand up with the workers here.
Wow. America is burning right now. America is in big trouble right now. People cannot afford a home, and they are sending billions of dollars to foreign aid in foreign countries. This is insane to me.
To my friends who are upset, I would say with respect, call somebody who cares. They better get used to this. It's USAID today. It's going to be Department of Education tomorrow.
I agree. It is now time to limit the fraud and waste and abuse from the government.
The American people are over $34.5 trillion in debt thanks to the decisions made here in Washington, D.C. My amendment would prohibit $1.6 billion of funding for the United States Agency for International Development, USAID, which sends billions of American taxpayer dollars every single year to foreign nations across the world. USAID was responsible for the management of more than $40 billion in combined annual appropriations in fiscal year of 2022, representing more than 1/3 of the funds provided in the Department of State Foreign Operations and Related Programs appropriation bill. Imagine if this money went to Americans who, by the way, are paying for it instead of foreign countries. Maybe we could solve some of the problems we have here at home.
Exactly, Marjorie Taylor Greene for you. She is completely right about this. Why send all of this money to foreign country? Why? Let's hear about Marco Rubio, what he has to say on this topic.
Well, look, my frustration with USAID goes back to my time in Congress. It's a completely unresponsive agency. It's supposed to respond to policy directives of the State Department, and it refuses to do so. So the functions of USAID, there are a lot of functions of USAID that are going to continue, that are going to be part of American foreign policy, but it has to be aligned with American foreign policy. I said very clearly during my confirmation hearing that every dollar we spend and every program we fund, that will be aligned with the national interest of the United States. And USAID has a history of sort of ignoring that and deciding that they're somehow a global charity separate from the national interest. These are taxpayer dollars. And so I'm very troubled by these reports that they've been unwilling to cooperate with people who are asking simple questions about what does this program do, who gets the money, who are our contractors, who's funded. And that sort of level of insubordination makes it impossible to conduct a sort of mature and serious review that I think foreign aid writ large should have.
Exactly, it's time to start asking the right questions.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to the weekly report. Audit USAID, then shut it down. As of this writing, when you attempt to access the U.S. Agency for International Development, USAID website or social media pages, you are informed that this site can't be reached. The media reports that the new Trump administration has not only frozen USAID activities, but may be planning on bringing it back under control of the U.S. State Department. Other reports, including statements by Elon Musk, suggest that it will be closed completely. If true, the closing of USAID may be one of the most significant changes President Trump has made among the many dramatic actions in his first couple of weeks in office.
Wow, this is wild. This is great news. This is insane news. The Democrats are super unhappy with USAID closing down. But Trump and Musk are rejoicing right there because USAID has been wasting billions of dollars that can be used at home.
By moving quickly and airing USAID's dirty laundry publicly, Musk and Trump have sent a strong signal against censorship and other anti-democratic actions used by USAID. USAID has the unique distinction of being both a deep state agency involved in covert actions aimed at destabilizing foreign governments and one of the main U.S. government agencies that comprise the foreign policy establishment. The pursuit of globalism and foreign intervention has proved not only to be costly and distracting, but has also fueled abuses of power against American citizens. Since this first election in 2016, it has become even more evident that blowback from U.S. foreign policy would disrupt harmony at home. To combat alleged misinformation, the censorship industrial complex used counterterrorism and intelligence tactics developed abroad, including psychological operations, and repurposed them to shape domestic opinion and thought. This repurposing of national security tools was a key feature of the weaponization of government against Trump, his supporters, and other dissidents. As part of U.S. government efforts to overthrow governments abroad or simply influence what they do, USAID has in recent years been funding censorship advocacy worldwide through its Countering Disinformation program, which is part of its Consortium for Elections and Political Process Strengthening. This
insane. It is time to shut it down. If you are upset about USAID being exposed as a money laundering operation, then you are part of the problem. Expose them all. That's what people are saying all over X, all over Twitter right now. They want USAID gone on the right side of the political spectrum. Of course, the Democrats are unhappy with this. Nearly all USAID now have lost access to their email. This is the breaking news of the day because of action taken by Doge and Elon Musk. The Democrat slush fund for corruption is on its knees. They are about to be fully exposed. Finally, this has a ton of comments, a ton of likes, and a ton of views. And people are very, very happy with this. This move is going to expose a lot of American people. There's so much fraud, waste, and abuse going now in the government, and it needs to stop. I predict many of them will be criminally charged. Accountability is finally coming under Trump, under the Trump administration, under Doge and Elon Musk, helping to reduce waste, fraud, and abuse from the government. I'm being negative, but honestly, what is the chance the Rubio would take this leftover USAID and turn it into a Republican slush fund? I don't believe this is gonna happen. People are thanking Elon Musk for the work he's doing right now, exposing everybody, shutting down USAID and the waste aid that is going to foreign countries every single year. We voted for this and it is glorious. Just look at this beautiful picture of Trump and Musk side by side, spreading justice and exposing the fraud in the deep state. USAID is now completely locked out and the money laundering machine just hit a fatal error. It has stopped. There is no more backdoor deals, no more cover-up, no more fraudulent email going on right now. This makes me so happy, they say. And USAID now, it is a money laundering scam. How about it's time for the American people? I'm looking forward to finding out what cost us 17 million. Yes. Thank you, Elon Musk and Doge, for exposing these groups. Let me know what you think about the USAID situation. Do you think it is a good thing to shut it down? I believe so. It is time to reform the government from the ground up and stop the fraud and waste and abuse everywhere that is rampant in DC. I hope you enjoyed this video with me today. Thanks for watching as always, and click right there to watch the next video, and I will see you there. Bye bye.